Welcome back to another kind of funny reactions, this time to the official teaser trailer to Marvel Studios Eternals. As always, I'm Tim Gettys, joined by the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
I forgot what I said last time. This is going to be cool, though.
The Big Daddy, Greg Miller.
I think this is going to be pretty. That's my prediction. I'm predicting this is going to be pretty trailer.
That's what I said.
The big dog, Kevin Coelho.
Definitely our first take of this. Definitely our first take. No audio issues whatsoever.
And the producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Show me the abs. Tim.
Oh, how many abs will be in the trailer? We'll
Show
have to
me
see.
the abs.
Kumail's got
count
19,
begins
so we'll see.
now, let's check it out. Kev, hit the play button.
Terrifying.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Everyone's so pretty.
Sick.
This is pretty cool.
Watched. Unguided. We have helped them progress. And seen them accomplish wonders. Throughout the years, we have never interfered.
Until now.
Till now.
Damn, Greg. Did you write this, Greg?
Are you an
Other than-
Eternal?
I've been around the block once or twice, guys.
It was your chin, Andy.
Yes. Eyes down.
Eyes down.
Or nose up, rather.
Thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I could lead them.
They don't think that guy can.
No.
Because he was in Game of Thrones and he's
He's
dead.
Rob Stark.
Like,
He's
bro, we saw how you led your family to that
Fucking
wedding.
the White
okay?
Wolf or whatever, you know?
you can lead him to a
Cortez.
friggin' early grave.
Yeah.
What'd you think about this trailer?
This felt like a really good HBO show that I'm getting.
Mhm.
Like very high, like that's. I'm not talking about the budget. It's just like this looks amazing. The music leading into it, the shots. I read some interviews that Kevin Feige was like, "Wow, if you just shoot nature really well, it looks good." You know, yeah.
So they've been doing this wrong the whole time.
This is so visually interesting. I am just so in on how weird and bizarre it is. Yeah, this kind of has that perfect aesthetic that could be one of those really memorable Marvel movies. And we'll see about the cast. We didn't really get a whole lot of hints until the end with Rob Stark there, but this looks dope. I'm super in.
Greg?
For me, it's the thing that I haven't had from the Marvel universe in a long time, where I'm like, this looks pretty, but I don't know if I would rush to the theater to see it if it wasn't Marvel. Like,
You're
you know
a
what I mean?
joke.
The same
You're
way
a joke, dude.
in there. What the fuck, man? Can I have a goddamn opinion sometime, Andy? God, I don't want to. I see the YouTube comments. Everybody but me is all sitting here being, yes, man, I'm a thinker, all right? But no, like it looks, super spacey and sci-fi and stuff, which usually isn't my jam. But I want to see obviously how it ties into the Marvel universe, and I'm sure when I leave, it'll be like every other great Marvel property that I've walked into, going like, why do I care about this? That I'll come out and actually be super invested in. And I want to see how it plays into the universe. But that's the thing is, like, right now, it's cool that they end with the Avengers talk, right? Because that's where my head's at with the MCU. And so, yeah, how does all this play into that? I'm excited to see that play out.
This is weird, right? Like, I mean, all of that felt very not MCU like. I'm definitely interested. I've trusted them with things that like didn't make any sense, but like, yeah, like if it wasn't for that last scene, it just all seems so random. I don't know much about the Eternals, except for then they come up when Fox started doing really well with X-Men and they were trying to like deviate from mutants. So it's
No.
interesting.
That's
no?
Inhumans, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's Inhumans. Yes, I don't know shit about the Eternals then.
Nick?
I'm kind of with everyone else where this doesn't this if you didn't tell me this was a Marvel film, I wouldn't think that, and that actually is kind of cool. Like I like the idea that I don't have any context for this. I like the style of it. I like the tone of it, which is very, very distinctly different than any of the trailers we've seen for Marvel movies in a long time. I mean, juxtapose this to the Black Widow trailers that we've been seeing, which are just like nonstop comedy and action and nonstop like beats and Easter eggs and things we already know. And I have the only thing I know about this is it's gonna be somewhat haunting. And I kind of like that. And I love that we didn't see much action. And I love that we didn't even see much Angelina Jolie. It's like 2 shots of her this whole thing. So I'm in. I think it's cool.
Yeah, for me, this is definitely the property that I'm least excited for across all of any announced thing, whether it's TV show or like Disney Plus or movie. And watching this, everything you guys are saying is absolutely true. It looks gorgeous. The cast is insane. I think that the little comedy bit at the end it stands out because it's different than the rest of it, which is weird because we're so used to Marvel trailers, especially being just quip, and it's not that. I think that this is going to be a hard movie to have in trailer form makes sense because it's clear they're like going through time here, but it's a little bit like weird to be able to place any of that. Having that end bit, them referencing Iron Man and Captain America, it's like, okay, cool. At least we know at some point it gets to present time or some form of present time, which is interesting. But because of all that, I am extremely excited for this, where it's like I have no theory on where this even fits into not the timeline of the MCU, but like, why are they making this movie?
Yeah,
You
the
know,
story. What does this
yeah,
mean to the fabric of the MCU?
And especially in the place that they are in terms of the timeline of release schedule of these movies coming out. This being early in Phase 4, why? You know, or like what Eternals are going to be in future Marvel properties, or is this going to be just a total side story that maybe has very little to actually do to affect the rest of it? Either way, I'm interested, and this looks very interesting and different, and it's cool that we've hit a point that different for MCU can mean so many different things. This being one of them, especially with the director just coming off of all the Academy wins. So very cool stuff. Interested to see more. I'm sure we'll get a trailer that has more story elements in the coming months before November. But cool stuff.
We have to get the trailer that starts with like the bass drop. And then it's like, I've been dead for 15 years. And then there's like action. And then it goes into like the Marvel logo. That's how they always do it.
I liked the transition to the Marvel logo of this one with the little like gold spinny shit. And it kind of, I think we're about to see it right here. Look at this hotness with that.
It's cool. And it's,
boom, motherfucker.
It definitely reminds me of like Guardians, right? Where I'm like, I had zero context for that. And I was not excited for it. When I walked out, I was like, I can't wait for the Volume 2 and Volume 3 to come out. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting these
the
characters
cast
and
is
falling in
great.
love with them, right?
So,
yeah, exactly. The performances I'm sure we're going to get.
Yeah. The only difference is I think that like it seemed like it was going to be a comedy. This seems more like it'll be a more dramatic movie. And I'm curious
like that,
to
though.
see.
I think Andy said it was like going to be like an HBO show, and that's a perfect example of like what like it's. But Andy, it's one of those HBO shows where you're like, you don't know if it's all in the person's head or not, and you don't know if it's sci-fi or if it's supernatural.
It's the talk of the town after every episode. What's really happening?
Water
cooler
cooler
moments.
Exactly.
I think it looks so dope though. I don't know why I went to HBO, but I also just get kind of the visual vibe of Devs by Alex Garland, that Hulu show that came out last year. It's got such a unique style, and then we get this little team up shot here. Can you rewind to the team up shot, Kevin?
Yeah,
the team up shot's like
because we get it sort of looks like
dark.
Power Rangers,
but they're not smiling and they're not happy. They're just it looks like they're about to take on something they don't want to do, which I kind of
that looks like when they beam down to the planet from the ship, right? It looks like they're coming to meet the people that were greeting the ship. Like, what's up? We're the Eternals. And they're like, that's cool. And they're like, have you heard of water? And like, yeah, we have this giant thing of water behind you. But when we drink it, we get real sick. And they're like, watch this. Boo! This is what we call Le Fresh water. And they're like, oh, neat.
Oh, wow. We've never found that before.
Have you seen my green flannel? I will wear it for 7,000 years.
What a fucking awesome flex on Marvel's part, though, of just like, hey, you know what? We're going to introduce approximately 27 characters into a movie, and you're going to fucking deal with it. I hope it pays off for them, because if they nail that, it's like they've proven they can do many different things very well.
Now, I don't know anything about time zone, like timelines, or like when this is supposed to take.
I don't know anything about time zone.
When this is supposed to take place, but is there any chance we see a young Thor or a young Odin in this?
Ooh.
Odin, I think we're going to see Thanos for sure. a young Thanos at some point.
So yeah,
because
Thanos is an
child of
Eternal as well,
Eternals.
right? He's a
Half
deviant,
Eternal, half
right?
deviant.
Yeah. Well, I
and
think a
half.
deviant is just like the
bad
mutant
Eternals.
version of Eternal.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
about mutant, but yeah, they're bad. So
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure the
we'll see,
Eternals
especially with
came-
them going over time with this. That's the thing is like, I wonder how much it's going to interfere with timelines that we know or just timelines of history. Like we're seeing Mesopotamia, we saw a volcano erupt in there. You know, it's like, and they're saying they're staying out of shit, but they're also helping humans
Yeah,
get
but
where
I
they
think-
need to
I
go.
Never
think-
did I
I-
think I'd ever hear Greg or Tim drop the word Mesopotamia.
Yeah, like Tim, it does seem
It
like
might not be Mesopotamia. I have no idea.
no, it's
It
definitely not
sounded dope though
Mesopotamia,
when you
yeah.
said it. When you said it, you sounded like we were back in college. Like, damn, all right.
No. What's up, Kev?
Oh, I was just gonna say, it definitely looks like they came, helped humans, helped build a giant city. Some like it looks like Sumerian, right? Like that the really blocky. Doesn't matter. And
Those was very big in so many.
then something bad happens, like, and I think that like that's what the volcano explosion is. And they're like, hey, we're gonna stop fucking helping people.
Yeah. Interesting.
Maybe
The
they weren't
only-
even helping. Maybe they were just being worshipped.
Yeah.
I mean, we see them
we'll see.
teaching people how to like farm and shit.
And
Well,
someone
that
reads the
wasn't so
book
much
really
teaching
fast.
as she was just, I have to pee, and she did that, and that's all the water that came out.
You
And they're
think
like,
that's how they
oh,
pee?
freshwater
You think
pee.
Why does it come out of your hand? We're Eternals. That's everything comes out of our
Stay
hands.
tuned
We
here.
arrived,
Everything
we
comes out of our
arrived
hands.
at a giant fucking mouse cursor, all right? It doesn't have to make sense how we pee.
Slash kind of funny for all of your MCU trailer reactions. We'll return hopefully soon with Spider-Man No Way.
Don't stop putting that in my head, because now every
It's
morning I'm
happening.
gonna wake up hoping it's happening.
Oh, I guarantee you, within the next month we'll have it. A month
Angelina,
from today,
go
we'll
back
have
to
it for
Tomb
sure.
Raider. Get me Tom Holland. Get me Andrew Garfield. Get them all swinging around over here with their crazy arms.
They're so
Bye.
crazy.